Welcome back, everybody. This is the LA Hair Reunion. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm here with Hair Majesty herself, Miss Kimble. Applause, applause, applause. And the original cast of LA Hair. I have Miss China. We have Leah. Kim's sister Leah is here.
Woohoo!
We got Mama Jazz here.
Yay!
We have Anthony here.
Yay!
We have Miss Angela here.
Woohoo!
Yay!
We have Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Yay!
We have Dante on time.
Surprisingly. What's up, y'all?
And we have Miss Naja here. How you doing, boo?
Naja.
What's up?
Naja. Hi, baby.
So I want to know, guys, what have you guys been doing during this quarantine with COVID-19? Has it affected you guys personally with your salons or where you're working, or has it delayed movie and video sets and whatnot? Just let me know.
Yeah, it put a pause.
Not one bit. I just
It put a pause on a lot.
It did put a pause on a lot, Dante. What were you
It put a
working
pause on. As far as movie studios, I was working over at Entertainment Tonight on the CBS lot. Prior to that, I was on a Warner Brothers lot, and all the studios are closed down.
Yeah.
All of them are closed? Yeah, all of them are closed now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything's closed.
What about you, Kim? What were you working on?
Well, I mean, I was doing more freelance, but no, of course now there's no movies, the TV going on, freelance work. Unfortunately, we had to close the salon down because of the whole quarantine, and we're 6 feet away doing anybody's hair. So basically, right now I have been looking into new ventures. So I'm diving into a lot of digital things, such as I do my one-on-one mentoring sessions with people on Zoom. I also do some classes. I'm partnering with person season, and we are doing classes on how to better yourself as an entrepreneur, your social media, your marketing. We have a class coming up on how to be verified. Also, I put hair empire, honey, hair products, all things hair, tools, accessory, everything. So
China, what have you been up to, and how are you doing during this quarantine time?
I'm alive.
We see you. We know you alive.
Funny.
I've been working on the web series.
Okay.
Great links.
Okay.
Based on my life with my hair creations and my take on Hollywood from my eyes.
Can't wait to watch it.
Can't wait to watch it. So wait a minute. Who's gonna play Vivica Fox in this web series if you recreate that scene?
Ooh, he's already taking it
there already. Good Lord.
Vivica gonna show up on her own part. She's gonna do her own part.
Yeah, Vivica plays herself.
I would love to sit down with Vivica again and talk about what we didn't get to finish. I would love to. I never disrespected Vivica. Never at one point did I disrespect her. So I would love to sit down and actually let her listen to what I have to say about it. Because, if you think back, I didn't get to say anything. I said, can we have real talk? And she went off, and I just sat there. And she wouldn't have
Leah, what's been going on with you, sweetheart?
Well, I have, I finally did.
Yes, show the degree. Yes.
Oh, my God. From the University of LA.
That looks. Wait a minute.
Hair.
Don't tell anybody my middle name is Ann, okay?
That says the University of LA Hair.
You're right, because that was a school in and unto itself.
Exactly.
And I've been doing some teaching, y'all, but everything moved online because of corona apocalypse and the coronageddon. And so we've been teaching online, and let me tell you, it's more work to do it online than it is in the classroom.
I can imagine.
Out there like that.
Okay. Terry.
Yes.
How you doing, sir? How have you been? What's been going on since the show ended?
Good, man. Listen, just doing a lot back in television and film. Was working on a series called Lethal Weapon with Damon Williams for a season. Then I just got through wrapping up a season of Kenya Barris's new show called Mixish. So I was working over there. So we just finished that episode. We finished that for that season. So that's basically what I've been doing, just back and forth, working with some people and enjoying life, having a good time.
Yes, Terry.
I see you working with Oscar winners and whatnot.
Yes, Terry.
It's amazing to work with the young lady, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with Lupita. She's a good girl.
Naja.
Yes.
What's going on, boo? How are you doing? I've missed you.
I'm well. The positive side of this, of staying in the house, not the virus. There's no positive side of that, but staying in the house. I have not worn a bra since, so I'm excited about that. I feel loose.
No bra.
You know what, Naja? You know what they say? When at home, let the girls roam.
No,
And be like, wondering where that bruise came from.
So let me ask you this, Naja. With the COVID-19 going on, Naja, and you do nails. What alternatives have you come up with to keep money coming in for you?
Well, first, let me say this, that everything is going well until about yesterday. Yesterday, I got about 7 texts, desperate people saying, do you know anyone that can do a pedicure if we wear our mask and be 6 feet apart? Can you come and do nails? Do you know anyone that'll do nails? I was like, what happened? Just yesterday, everyone started to get real lax. They're like, it's hot outside. I said, what's happening? Someone even said, I'll come to your house because I can't do it here. My husband's at work, but I'll still pay the house call fee. I said, no one is, what? Guys, what? I mean, what? But yeah, I've been doing a lot of freelance things since the show. So teaching, I go to a lot of trade shows. I started an online academy, so I do a lot of stuff online, which I'm really excited about because all of the freelance gigs that I was getting paid to go travel to that were on the schedule from now until January all got canceled. So if I only had that, I'd be scared. But I do a lot of stuff online. I also work for Aveda, so I help students get into school and teach them how to think like a business person, not like a messy creative artist.
Got you. Okay. Miss Angela, good to see you back with the gang again. How have you been, sweetie?
Pretty good. I can't complain. Honestly, I'm enjoying this time to kind of just like, refocus and get my business more together and, just keep pushing through. But yeah, jobs got canceled. I had just gotten my first department head job for this feature film called Young, Wild, and Free. So I was like super excited about that. And then Corona hit, so that's obviously dead. And my clients, I still here online. So I'm still making a little coin plus unemployment. So I'm not tripping.
A little coin is better than no coin. So that's always good.
All that. I know that's
Go Shay! What's going on, Mother Go Shay?
Hey.
Really, Leah? You taking a picture?
How are you doing, Go Shay?
I'm doing fantastic. I cannot complain. Life has been treating me well.
I see life has been treating you well. I see, Sister Show, you own like several other businesses. You got your salon, and then I hear you're opening a second location for your restaurant. So the COVID-19 is not affecting you too much, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, the most things is affecting my employees, and so that's the biggest hardship for me at this time. But life is challenging, and so you got to take it and grab it by the balls and just make it do what it do.
Oh, I can't imagine you grabbing no balls, child. But
I can.
She got the hand for it.
What's going on, Anthony?
Hi, Mr. Ray. I've been okay. Gosh, what have I been doing? I feel like it's just a constant struggle to just continuously stay positive, especially now. I know I've been driving my husband crazy. I'm collecting that good government.
Wait a minute. You said a husband. You married?
No, I'm not married. I've been with my gender for 15 years now. So it practically feels like I've been married. But
y'all married common law.
Common law, yeah. Just a lot of growing up and
my grandmother used to call
saving
money. It up.
So everybody's here because we're going to get into the drama that made LA Hair what LA Hair was, because we got over 150 people in here watching already. So we're going to jump right into the drama. We're going to ask some questions that the fans have been asking online, and there's some stuff that I kind of want to know. And then if y'all have some air y'all want to still clear, we can still clear that air as well. But Dante, we're going to start with you.
What's up?
Hey, we need to know the team. What was going on with you and Naja on the show? Because she kept calling you daddy, and you was feeling on her, playing with her booty. I need to know what was going on with you and Naja.
Well, that time back in Vegas, how she got me pregnant. Got the baby with her right now. I don't know why she
doesn't pay child support. No.
Coronavirus.
The hair.
Coronavirus.
But let me ask you, Dante, in all seriousness, there was a point on the show where we saw that you weren't working with Kim at the salon, and then she hired you back. What happened as to why she let you go, and then you agreed to come back later?
Which year are you talking about?
Let's see. I think this was maybe season 3. Was it season 4?
Right.
Kim was my girl. I don't really, Kim get mad at me all the time, like normal. And I don't know. I don't know. She can't let me go.
I love me some Dante, honey. And now he got a beard too.
No,
just to cover up all his weight I gained.
Dante, let me ask you this, because you are the most opinionated person in the shop besides Naja and China. Can you tell me who was your favorite stylist in the salon besides yourself?
Wait, well, how come you can't ask him who was his favorite manager? I don't understand.
I got multiple questions.
Have a manager, yeah.
Let him finish.
Listen, you be quiet, deadbeat parent, okay?
Oh my!
So Dante, who was easiest to work with?
I get along with everybody. I really
Don't say stop.
I appreciate everybody as a hairstylist. I can say that. I don't really have a favorite.
So politically.
Okay. Well, who was the most difficult to work with? Let's be shady. Who was the difficult one to work with?
Terry's the most difficult one to work with. That thing, he can talk. He will not shut up. That thing will talk you right on out the salon chair.
Robert,
so too. And don't let him pull his phone out and start showing you pictures of gumbo and shit.
Absolutely.
Gumbo?
Terry, you got some gumbo on. Come on,
son. Earlier.
I love it. So, Naja, can you tell me of a particular time on the show, what seasons that you were on? What was the most fun on one of the sets or one of the days that you guys filmed that might have aired or might not have aired?
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of it, and I did not enjoy a lot of it too. But there was a fun time that I got a tattoo. So I got this tattoo here, a boombox tattoo.
Oh wow!
And China came with me, so it was me and China trying to make friends and get along. And I think we did. But then other things that went on. But that scene didn't get shown, so I really liked it because she held my hand. It hurt, and yeah. So I like.
Wait, it was a scene with you and China and some needles.
Right.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Naja. Out of everything, because girl, you was in it, girl. You was all up in the Kool-Aid. Is there any moment on the show that you regret, or somebody that you would want to apologize to now that you might not have spoken to since then?
Oh my Jesus!
Ray, you are messy.
Naja is in a good. Naja says she's in a good place, so she's not here being combative.
Well, but Naja, before you answer that, can you tell us your new spirit name?
Yes, what's your spirit name?
So I did say that I went to court-appointed anger management, so I'm on the
court-appointed.
Yes, and
court-appointed,
not volunteer, not volunteer.
Court-appointed.
I'm trying to trump what's it called?
Like aggravated assault.
Yeah, attempted murder. That's a trumped up charge now. But anyway, I'm all good. It got dropped to a disturbance of the peace. You have to pay a lot of money for lawyers. But anyway, it's all good now. Ooh. And my spiritual name is Shanti Dasa, and it means servant of peace. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to stay on the serving peace thing. And when I'm around untriggering people, it works. But I'm not sure about this group. And I participate in it, so I know.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I come. When I see you getting out on, I'm gonna say Shanti.
Right? That doesn't mean. Well, is there anything, any air that you would like to clear up that the fans might feel like has not been resolved, or anything you want to speak on?
Well, I would have wanted to go further and longer with Dante, and I would also like to have a side project with Leah. She never takes my advances on.
Yeah, she like cancers.
Oh yeah,
she does. She like cancers.
Yeah.
But every
she like cancers.
She like cancers. That's it.
Everything I need to say.
Right.
Except I really love China. I'm not sure if she loves me or not, but I thoroughly enjoy China. No matter what goes on to me, I feel like she's like a sister. If she could be mad at me, but I'm still like, I can't be fully mad at you. China is my Grace Jones. I really enjoy China. But she doesn't really want to feature me alone.
China, do you feel the same way about Naja? Are you in a good place to accept Naja?
The thing with Naja's like, don't take this the wrong way, but Naja's like the little puppy where you're like, oh, look at him, he's so cute. And then you go over to him and he turns around, and he bites your ass. And then you like, and then you the next day comes and then you're like, well, maybe he's not the mean little puppy today. And then you go over and then he's, and he bites your ass again every fucking time. Every time.
I'm healed now.
Naja is very bold.
I'm healed.
Yeah, so it's like, as soon as I forgive her, she comes around and bites my ass again. So
I was attracted to chaotic relationships. I'm better now.
Maybe you just taste good, China. You just taste good. You taste good.
All right,
you
now.
always bringing it back to sex here. You're so nasty.
It's been a long time. We've been in quarantine too long.
You ain't had none, Terry.
It's been a long time.
Whole thing.
A long time.
Go Shay. Go Shay. So I have a question for you, sweetie. A fan wrote in the room, and a fan wants to know, you came on LA Hair, you already had your own salon, and you were working with Kim in her salon. What was your ultimate goal?
What was my ultimate goal for the show?
I guess they were saying that you were working in you already had your own salon in Atlanta, but then you were also in Los Angeles working on doing gigs with Kim and the gang as well. So they were asking, like, were you just out there to, further your resume, or were you out there just to, be a part of the brand that was already established?
They want to know what your motive was.
Who? God damn it, Terry.
I already had my own brand for number one.
Right.
And so for number two, I wanted to go and be a part of the team. They were doing big things. I wanted to be a part of that and see how I could be an addition to their team. So that's what I did. And as you can see, I became manager for the most part.
Yes, you did. For the most part.
And yeah.
Kim, how was that for you? How was that, Kim, for you having to make the decision to have Terry and Gaucher vie for that position, being that you've known Terry longer, but you also, instead of just giving him the job, you also let Gaucher go for the job as well?
I would love to hear that answer. I would love to hear that.
Oh, I have.
Come on with it. Come on with receipts too.
There is nothing wrong with competition. Competition is better, stronger, and I'm always going to use that method because it makes you push. Listen, it may push you out the door, but it pushes you to do something. So, hey, don't be scared of no competition because I'm not.
I'm not scared of competition.
But Kim, you look like you're trying to compete for
What was your motive? What was your motive?
Wait, what did Naja say?
What'd you say? Did you say something?
She said something smart.
Like you're competing to be on Star Search with that background.
She's not competing. She fucking won.
Sinbad.
See, Naja, she starts it. Naja starts it.
Okay,
this is why they were whooping your ass, Naja.
China like that's why. That's the shit I'm talking about.
This is a gray hair you got.
Okay, Shanti.
That's that pretty little dog turning to
That was a loving burn.
Oh, he's so cute.
Well, let me ask you.
That wasn't even mean.
Wait. Let me just say, Kim, your backdrop is sparkly because you're.
It is very sparkly and very professional.
I love it.
I'm ready to sing Solid Gold, honey. I'm ready to sing.
Honey, yes.
You better match your wall.
Oh, she blinging out. Come on, bling bling.
I'm mad about it.
Well, let me ask. I got. Wait a minute. I got more tea. I have more tea. So the fans want to know, Angela. They want to know what happened. You said earlier that you stopped filming the show, but according to the show and what the fans saw, Kim had fired you. And the fans want to know, how did you feel about that on TV? Did it affect your personal brand? And how did you feel about coming here today and reuniting with the gang?
That's a loaded question. Damn.
It's a lot, girl.
Shoot, baby, shoot.
She got that makeup on, though.
I sure did. By the way, Angela, let me just tell you that your makeup looks fabulous. It does.
You look great, Angela.
You look fabulous.
Thank you. Okay, so
I like your ponytail.
Kim fired me from season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was embarrassing, obviously, but I just took the L, and then I was still filming. So it was weird because I wasn't involved in the dynamic as much. And I noticed that it was a total dynamic change with everybody. Me not filming in the salon, but it's cool.
Girl, you was the dynamic. What are you talking about?
But I feel like after I got fired on season 2 and I was still filming, I feel like y'all felt the way about the fact that I didn't have to come to work as much.
Take out YALL.
I noticed a total shift.
I will say
whether you want to admit it or not, it's fine. It's okay.
I will say
take out y'all. Take out y'all.
There was a point where people did not want to shoot with you, and I hate to say it, but it was kind of like, in a way, people kind of ganged up on you, and I think that was kind of wrong. And myself included. However,
hold on, China.
Hold up. God damn.
Ganging up on.
Hold on.
However, everyone played their part in the show. No one was a fucking angel, myself included, and I'll be the first to admit that. And I will say this, it really sucked when you did leave. But however, that was your choice, and I get it. I completely understand. Because reality television is a fucking shit show sometimes. Pardon my friend.
So Anthony, your friendship was sacrificed on the show with Angela because of the drama. Do you feel that way?
So here's the deal. At one point in the very beginning, where everyone was playing nice, being happy-go-lucky, and everything was perfect, it was lovely. But as soon as like everyone got a little bit of fame, people's attitudes changed.
That happens.
I disagree. I disagree.
Well, fine. I can only speak for myself. Like I said, I'm not perfect.
You felt that by yourself, and it's okay. You felt it by yourself. It's fine.
So the first part of what Anthony said, I agree with, and he's the only one who has acknowledged it and apologized to me. But when I first met Anthony, loved him to death. Me, Anthony, and Dante, we was like the three amigos. Everything.
Y'all did hang out.
We have personal, actual relationships outside of the show. You know what I'm saying? And then once I went to film in the salon from season 2, the dynamic changed. And I watched season 3 and I see people just randomly talking shit about me. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So then that affected my friendship. Right? That affected my friendship with them because I never spoke badly of them on camera. Like,
I hear you, Angela.
You could go back and look at whatever. Never spoke badly about Leah. Never spoke badly about Jack. Terry, I don't even think I really said nothing like that about, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was irrelevant. Really hurt when people was coming from that I never sent for. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Who was irrelevant?
Terry. As far as my professional career, it didn't hurt it. I've been able to do a lot of things. And actually, let me polish this off quick.
Ooh, you know what?
Yes, bitch. That is nice.
So it didn't
Congratulations, Angela.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let me polish this off.
Yes. Wait a minute. Angela, what was that award for?
Did you have to cut to get that?
Look, I had to polish this off. You ain't never seen
what award was that for,
Angela?
Angela?
What it is.
So I work at the Talk with my sister Eve, and I do her hair, and as a team we won an Emmy.
Okay,
congratulations.
You on the show too, so congrats.
You know what? And can I just say that? Let me just say that in a world where it's pretty much dominated by non-Black people, and in film and television, and to be a Black woman to win an Emmy on a really great syndicated show.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Angela. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well said. Well said.
Biggest.
I called her and wished her congratulations. I was very happy for her.
Yeah, Terry,
yes.
You touched my heart. I really appreciate you for reaching out because
and by the way, that was a candle. That was a candle holder.
Terry was one of the first people I met when I came to LA, and he was definitely all in my weaves, checking out my weaves, checking out. He like, I don't know if that's gonna cut it. You know, he better working side by side with him. So for him to call me and congratulate me, it made a huge difference. But as far as career, I've been working. I've done a lot of different things. It's all been really amazing.
Good.
So I can't be mad at what happened on the show. It was just a part of the craziness. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my relationships, I definitely am mad about that. Yeah.
Well, Kim, let me ask you, how was it for you as, you are the lead of this ensemble? How did it feel to have to, unfortunately, fire another Black woman on television. I mean, I know there was the pressure of it, like you don't want to, but it has to happen. Like, what was that decision process for you?
You know what, Terry?
I'm just wondering.
Because she looking like it wasn't a problem.
Did you make these questions up yourself, Mr. Ray?
Mr. Ray, what is going on over here?
Did you skip these? Did you make these questions up?
Who
No,
put you up
I
to
have
these
all the
questions?
questions here.
I think we should just talk about what
Gave
we
you
want to
these
talk
questions.
Well, we got the answers. Go on, Kim.
It's not ever easy firing people. I'm not going to say that. What I will say is this: I think that sometimes it's a good thing. Look at what she's at now. She got her, and she went on. She's moved on. I thought she was never going to do well because we worked together long before LA Hair. You know what I mean? And listen, I have to say, I might have always been the best mentor to her, but I tried to do the best that I could. But what I will say is this: I'm happy for her. On is great. Sometimes it's great, and that's what I'm gonna say on that one.
Did you call and congratulate her?
No,
I just asked. I don't know. I did. Maybe she did.
Terry.
No one did.
Terry.
Nobody did.
Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe Kim reached out to her. What's wrong with that?
So in the chat, they're saying that Eve was Kim's client first.
She was. She definitely was. And when I connected, when Kim gave me her opportunities with her.
Your reaction right now.
Kim gave me opportunities with her, so I built rapport with her. So when we were asked to bring clients on the show, celebrity clients, she's the only person that I had a relationship where I felt comfortable even reaching out. And she was like, sure, I'll do it. Since then, I never expected to be working with her this long, but we honestly just developed such a sisterhood. It's one of those things that's undeniable. Like, she's like my sister. Like, she's not a client. That's my girl. And I think that when she met me, she felt something that I wasn't sure was a friendship or whatever, but it transpired into us having, almost 10 years of friendship. So
that's good.
That was a blessing. When again, like she said, Eve was a client of mine, and I had a lot of clients, and so I'm always about keeping the business in the salon. So I referred her to Angela because I knew that I could trust Angela to do her hair, and that's great that she felt comfortable. And I think that to me, that's a good attest to me. I don't feel like somebody's taking somebody away or anything like that. I know it was a big thing on the show and it was drama and all that. But I will say, at the end of the day, I feel blessed. And God keeps on blessing me. I still got more than I can do. And if I can be a blessed hairstylist, that's amazing. I didn't see.
That must be in the background because I didn't see any of that in the first season.
But I'm super thankful and grateful for being given the opportunity to work with Kim. Like, I've learned so much dope stuff. Like, even just like waving techniques with the flat iron, like pull them out. Like, that's stuff I learned from her. You know what I'm saying? So it's not ever no bad blood. It's not ever like, oh yeah. But I worked with a lot of Kim's clients. Eve was the only person I felt comfortable to reach out to because we developed a friendship. Let's be clear. I don't step over those lines and just be like, oh, hey girl, come on over here, come get in this chair. And that was the portrayal of it. But honestly, she was Eve was giving me clothes and stuff, and she was like moving, and it became like more of a friendship early.
A friendship.
Yeah. So
and that happens when you be crying.
But Kim was upset about that.
Wait a minute, Terry. Leah.
I want to know,
wait, hold on.
Angela, what? I mean, this may seem superficial, but I want to know, what kind of clothing did she give you? Like, did she? Like,
I'm gonna beat your ass, Leah.
I want to know. Are these like are we talking about Versace and
your Vinci?
It was some of that. It was some Versace, Dolce. It was just nice stuff. I mean,
okay. This trash that I'm getting rid of.
Wait, no trash. No, a lot of these people wear that stuff one time and then they're ready to be done with it. Did she give you any purses?
She has given me back before.
I guess they want to know, were they hand-me-downs or were they brand new clothes? I guess they're trying to figure that part out.
No, it was stuff that she had worn. Like, and it was like, hey,
extra stuff, yeah.
I'm secondhand all the time. It's better for the environment. So if y'all feel like that's beneath y'all,
no, I think it's great.
We didn't say it was beneath us. I just never buy it.
That's it. I ain't consignment all the time, and it's bomb. So
hey.
I think consignment clothes is good, but I just don't buy it.
So let me ask Mama Jazz, what have you been doing during this quarantine, and how have you been maintaining?
Well, I was doing really great last year. I went back to work in the spring of last year, and I worked every month. I mean, I hadn't worked like that in a long time. Back to back, I should have known something was going to happen. And I worked all the way up to the quarantine hit, and bam, and I was out of work, But thank God that I did all that work, so I could have feet clean to the side, not knowing it was this long to get some more money. Then they shut down, and they can't even give us a day when we're coming back. It's like, okay, let me put a few more coins to the side. But I've been doing well. And
you've been doing good. You look amazing.
Jazz, I miss you, boo. I miss the hell out of you.
I miss all y'all.
Yeah.
You get on my last fucking nerve. I miss all y'all.
So China, I need to know, girl, is there anything, since the show has aired and it's been off the air for a couple years now, is there anything that you want to clear up that you feel like aired on television that was not fully accurate in your opinion, or anything you just want to say to finally clear the air so that we can start a new page and we can be peaceful like Naja?
I gotta pour me a drink for this.
Naja ain't peaceful.
Yeah, I am crazy. Believe everything you heard. I'm crazy.
Oh God.
No, Naja was court ordered to be nice. Okay, let's keep in mind. Court ordered. Ordered to be nice.
God ordered.
I know. What is the tea?
Yeah, Naja, wait a minute. Why were you court ordered, sweetheart?
Thank you.
Because she was whooping ass on LA Hair season 4.
She actually looked for people's Adam's apples.
No, it was not about. It was not an LA Hair.
Okay.
Oh, it was something outside of LA Hair?
Outside of LA Hair?
Talk about it. She got a case pending.
Yeah.
Naja's about that
got
life.
a case pending. I'm sorry.
It might have had a gag order on it, so I don't think she could talk about it because I think
I said all I could say.
Still in litigation.
Oh, there you go.
I paid a lot of money to a lawyer.
You paid a lot of money for a lawyer.
You cannot.
Naja, they didn't prosecute you from the fight with Lisa, did they?
No, that is not a real fight. That's a
I saw nails and blood, so I
about
didn't know.
Lisa if she's not here to
We
defend
can't talk
herself.
about Lisa if she's not here to defend herself, because I'm
No,
sure
I
she's in
asked
these
her-
comments.
I asked her about. I didn't ask about Lisa.
Yeah.
I asked her, was this a prosecution because of
I
that
think
fight?
there was already a
I didn't
question
ask
on
nothing
the
about the
table.
person.
There was already a question on the floor asked to China, and we could go ahead and let China go ahead and answer
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
like
thank
China.
you.
I'm sorry, Leah.
Now, don't be messy, Terry.
It's the
Oh,
moderator.
where's your
Leah's the
chicken?
moderator.
Where's your chicken?
My chicken
Right.
already
China.
ate, boo. That's why I'm full of energy.
So China, what air do you want to clear? If you had to clear one thing up right now, what would you clear up right now?
I don't really have anything to clear up besides that. Like, I mean, what would you say? What should I clear up?
What?
I know.
I think
What?
I mean, it is.
you
what
have
it is.
nothing to clear.
It's already happened. It's already done. It's already out there. Like, what am I
Oh,
I
mean, it's China.
yeah.
what? On that day, that's who I was. On today, that's who I'm is.
You hear that, China?
So let me ask
Ain't a
you.
quote from a scam, baby. I don't know what it is.
Guess what? When you need to clear up the fact that, remember, you blamed me for taking your client when we did that Grammy thing, and you said I took your client. You need to clear that up.
What do I need to clear up? You did take my client. That was
No, I
not
did
your
not.
client. They came
That client was given to me by Leah.
Did you ask me? You want to hear what I gotta say or what?
Why would I ask you? No, she came to me
Yes.
and told me. So why would I ask her?
You're asking her now.
Sit way back, because Leah asked me.
Oh, the energy shift in
to
her
take the
little
client.
square.
I didn't know anything about that. So
Lord,
you had
China
blamed
head
me
about
for-
to twist
You just
around.
asked me to clear it up. I'm trying to clear it up. Let me know when you're ready for me to clear it up.
Let me just
Oh,
jump in
clear,
here.
clear.
Okay, go ahead, China. You have the
Okay.
floor, China.
Since Terry is busy
You have the floor,
signifying, let
China.
me just clarify. Clearly, if I, did that, then I apologize for jumping in and taking one of China's clients and giving them to you, Terry. Now, Terry, if you knew it was China's client,
Didn't
then
know
you
it was
could've-
China's client.
Okay.
You knew it wasn't his client.
I didn't know who it was.
Exactly.
You was over there wrestling with a big old weave. So I didn't know what
Whatever
was
I
going
was
on.
doing, you knew it wasn't your client.
But that
Oh,
client
some
said
things
she had
will
to
never
go.
change.
Even if we
I
take
know
me out
China
of the
did not
equation,
like to do weed.
you, that was
Listen,
not
I
your
don't know.
client.
Right? Listen. I didn't take your client, so that's just the bottom line. So you know what?
Okay, well, this
Terry's too
we're
busy
not gonna
working
resolve
with
this.
Lupita, honey. He don't need nobody's clients.
I'm just not just. It's listen. I'm just busy doing me. That's all. So I don't
Right.
take people's clients. I don't.
But that's
Terry,
why
you look
ain't nothing to
sexy.
clear
So
up.
I don't know why you saying it.
What is there to clear up? That's why I left it alone. We're clearing it up. Did that clear anything up? No.
I just want to clear that. I want to be clear that everybody.
We can pick a topic and argue about something that happened every damn season. So that's why I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
why are you raising your voice? Why are you raising your voice?
Well, let's just switch gears.
She's angry.
Because you know how China is. That's
why you raising your voice? Why are you raising your voice?
Because that's how China is.
She's
well, let's just switch gears for a moment. Let's just take it to a positive place. Yes, Leah.
I just want to say I really need to talk about my favorite China moment.
What's your favorite China moment, Leah?
My favorite moment.
Let's everybody give a favorite China moment because I don't want China to feel like she's getting ganged up on.
No. Well, you know,
let me start.
China, I gotta let you know that the Vivica Fox was comedy gold.
That's
right?
A classic.
But I loved it when y'all did the wig machine, the wig vending machine, and y'all were stealth with your jumpsuits, and y'all were being all stealthy. And I think,
oh my God,
Dante, didn't you have a wig on?
I had a wig
on.
Yeah.
I thought it was Rod Shotgun.
You made me crack up when y'all was sneaking with the vending machine. I have to say.
Right.
But now, Shay wants to talk about
the camping trip.
Yes.
Oh.
That was some funny.
Dante had the best diva moment ever.
Funny.
Look, what's the question?
Baby.
China it.
I don't remember much of it. I do not remember a lot.
You remember being stuck in that front seat to sleep at night?
I do remember that. Shut up.
Yeah. It's like here's what they think about you.
Wow.
Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you.
Woo, honey. Well, let me switch gears for a second. Some of the folks want to know who's single and who's available or who's engaged or married now. Because things can change in a matter of a couple days. So, China, are you single? Are you dating somebody or are you married?
I'm single. I'm waiting for my emperor to fall out of the sky and into my life. Hello, baby. Hello.
You'll be single for a while.
Well, at least make sure when you go outside away from him, you got your face mask on. Kim, are you dating?
Corona free. All right. Good looking. Good looking.
I want to say that I'm single.
Okay.
I want to kind of stop all the dating. But I am interested in trying to do some virtual dating. I really thought it was really cute when I saw Tiffany and Common dating virtually.
On Bumblebee, yeah. Leah, sign her up for a Tinder account. Let's see if we get Kim some dates.
It's better when
Leah's muted.
I just took it off. I've been trying, but you know, Kim, you know, you can try. You can come up with a plan for Kimble, but you know, you're like, okay, we're gonna go this way. This is what we're gonna do, and then Kim's like,
well, wait a minute, because Leah, Dante, and Terry, y'all been around Kim a lot. What kind of man does Kim like? I'm just curious to know.
Oh shit!
Because I seen
a
Kim
big old man dingo, baby. She
right.
Longer dome.
He wants
longer dome. Yeah, Kim, you remember that conversation you and I had late night in the salon?
Lord, child.
Oh, you remember that? You should.
She remember that conversation, man.
We was talking about a whole lot of wet spit.
Her son might be watching this. Don't talk about his mama.
Oh, you right. You know about that wet spit too.
They need to look like an ex-convict.
Don't worry about her son's father is a big giant guy too. So.
Oh, okay.
Like the big
Terry,
guys,
are you
like the
single?
big muscles.
Are you dating?
I'm single at the moment.
Single?
No, I'm not dating.
Mama Jazz.
I'm single.
Are you entertaining anybody?
Not really. I'm single.
Wait. What do you mean
like
not really?
Find a friend?
Wait a minute, Kim. Your mama said not really.
Not really. About.
Oh.
I mean, that's what she's saying.
That's a possibility.
Always a possibility.
You know.
Always.
I ain't mad at you, Jazz. Get it.
Leah, what about you? Is anybody occupying your time? Oh, there's a blush. I see a little red cheek. I see a red cheek.
Leah.
I see a little Queen Sugar.
Forward.
All right. I love it. Just smile is all you have to say. There you go. I see it. I see it.
Leah.
Naja, is anybody rocking your world?
They are not, but I'm looking. Send them my way.
Angela, are you single?
Look, it's the season one.
Are you married?
I'm not married. I'm in a relationship.
That's good in a relationship. Dante, are you dating anybody? Are you doing anything fun?
I'm in a relationship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dante's off the market. Go Shay.
Off the market, baby.
What's going on with you, boo? What's going on over there?
You better keep your mouth.
Oh, I thought the camera had froze. No, I'm in a relationship.
You in a relationship too?
Oh, is it a China camera? The camera froze.
Look, she was like, what should I say? Yes. Well, let me guys ask you this: since the show,
Mr. Ray, you're in your relationship, but I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I'm the host. I don't have to answer these questions.
You said yes.
I didn't say anything. I said I'm the host. The host.
Harry, you are so messy.
Shut up, Ray.
Right.
Care Bear is just as messy as all get out.
So let me ask you this: since the show has gone off the air, what has the fans' reception been to you guys? Like, what are they asking you, and are they still walking up to you guys and recognizing you, and still looking for you to get booked for different gigs and whatnot? Anybody can respond.
Ray, you're really good at your job. I just want to say that. You're doing a great job.
Indy Ray.
Go ahead.
People are
So Naja, are you still getting booked?
Yeah, I've been milking this since we ended. So that's why I get all kind of gigs from it, all kind of appearance fees, going to speak and talk, and I'm excited about it. But yeah, lots of people ask on in person and on Instagram and things like that. They're like, "When's it coming back? Where'd it go? Why not? Why not?" So I see that people are still really interested.
Mm-hmm, very much so. What about you, Leah?
I have a question for everybody. Do you all have people just walk up to you and just open their arms and just want to hug you and just look at you and go, "Hey"?
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of love.
I know you.
I know you. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's Mr. Ray. That's the kind of stuff that happens quite frequently.
Good. At least they're embracing you guys.
Yes. Love it.
They always.
What about you, Miss Kim? Do people still walk up to you at the supermarket and like, "Hey, girl"?
At the supermarket, anywhere I go. I was in Africa, and they were like, "LA here." Listen, I was in Germany, and this one lady ran up to me anywhere I go. And then every time I'm on social media, people are asking about everybody, which is one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this, because the fans they still love what you guys did, and they love they love the show. And I just thought, well, let's try to see if we can get everybody back to do this for the fans. So the answer is yes.
Well, with everybody being back together now, do you guys feel that magic again? Like, do you guys miss filming the show?
No.
I don't miss the drama.
No.
The drama was horrible.
None of it.
Really disgusting.
The drama, Anthony?
Disgusting.
It's a bunch of damn hocus pocus.
Well, go Shay. Like with you guys having this you missed the show, but like with everybody here now taking accountability for things, do you think now with everybody being a little further in their career and being able to go back and assess things and take accountability for things, that you guys can navigate better, knowing each other now that you all know what sets each other off, you all could possibly like navigate that road a little differently if something was to come up?
It's going to be a whole lot of the same shit.
No, I think it's going to be the same shit. China's going to be China. She doesn't want to do weave.
China, you didn't want to do weave at all, girl.
Talking shit. Dante's going to be late all the time. It's going to be messy. Anthony's going to be messy. Now she's going to be the middleman. It's going to be the same shit all the time. I mean,
what is Gaucher going to be? What is Gaucher going to be?
A mess.
What's gonna be?
Short.
Go shady. No.
Wait, let me tell you my story. So, let me tell you my story about getting recognized. So look, how about I was swiping on Tinder? Tinder had like a little thing where you could swipe in countries. So I was swiping in Africa. How about I matched with this guy in Africa? I kid you not. And he was
Sergi Baca.
He was like, I watched LA Hair. I hate when you were the manager and they ganged up on you. I was mad. I was like, oh, yes, you are right. That's the one thing he remembered. Now, when I was the manager.
Dante needs to tell who recognized you. Dante.
Yeah, what's up, Jazz?
Recognize you.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Mama.
You recognize me?
Yeah, you was on the red carpet at a show. And somebody famous.
Shit, the Boston boy. Oh, he's an actor. I can't think of his name right now. I was working with what's the name of the show?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg walked up to me in
Wow.
an interview with the host of the show that I was working on, and he was like, he saw me standing in the background, and he was like, "Aren't you that guy from LA Hair? Yeah, my wife loves the show. She makes me watch it all the time." And I was like,
"Oh my god!"
Okay, and everybody was like, "You know Mark Wahlberg?" I was like,
Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yes.
It's
Can we get a quote from him? Look.
Right.
But it's a lot of
Executive
celebrities. It's a lot
produce
of
the next
celebrities.
season.
That would be
It's a
awesome.
lot of celebrities.
So we have a
recognize
couple
us.
of fan
Great.
questions from the comments. Angela, they want to know from you, who would you be okay with never seeing again?
Oh my God.
Do we even need to ask her that?
Why would they even ask? Why would they ask?
That is so messy.
Because
that's what I'm reading the comments.
We already know who it is.
I like the word
It could be anybody.
Mr.
like
There
the
are a
word
lot of comments. You have to pull that one.
You know,
Wait, what she said? Said it
Her
again.
answer.
Angela, answer it again. I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you.
I don't like the word never is so permanent. Life is short. So I wouldn't necessarily say that, especially in these times. Like somebody could be here today.
Well, who can stay blocked on Instagram?
Well, I don't think I have any of y'all blocked on Instagram. I just don't reach out.
Nobody cares enough. Everyone's doing their own thing is the problem.
You know, it's nice. It's nice to see everybody which why I agreed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Yeah.
we need to make more, make this a regular thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go Shay. They want to know who do you think?
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say it was nice to see Angela.
Thank you.
Always nice to see. When Kim first asked me about this, I said, "Is Angela gonna be there?" She said, "Yes." So I was like, "That was good." Go Shay. They want to know from you, who do you think throws the most shade besides yourself?
Wait, who is he asking?
Man.
They're asking Go Shay, who does she think throws the most shade besides herself?
Oh God.
Mm.
Just say it.
Yeah, probably would be Terry.
Oh,
Terry.
I knew that cow.
Terry stirs that pot.
That's coming from somebody who already shady. That's shady boots right there.
Well,
Besides
shady
then I see shady.
Well, Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Shade then.
Dante, let me ask you this, because you on the show, you had very colorful commentary. What's one of the most funniest moments that aired on the show that you love that you'll just never live down, that fans will always remember you for?
That old shady when the producers bought that woman in a salon and said I was late for her appointment. And she sat in the chair and got mad at me because I said she had too much dandruff. Okay. Not that she needed to wash her own hair and come into the salon, but you know better than this as a Black woman in America. You know not to walk in the salon like that.
I remember
she
that.
had dandruff in her hair?
No, like
it was really
almost unbearable. It was
matted.
It was well. It wasn't.
Take a spoon and scrape it.
Yeah.
Is that when you and China worked together and did that?
Put on a hazmat.
No, not that lady.
No, that was another nightmare. We had to.
This is the girl with the
China,
press-on eyebrows he was talking about.
China, you had to light candles to kind of get rid of the sink.
Yeah.
That was a different girl he's talking about.
It's so
He's talking about the girl with the big eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people like that one. I got a lot of slack for it too. It's like, how could you talk about that lady like that? I'm like, look, y'all not hairstylists. You don't really understand the nature of the beast, baby. We gotta fight. We gotta battle. We gotta fight.
Oh my goodness.
You know I ain't lying.
I have to
Kim, you know I ain't lying. Don't we gotta fight, Kim?
Yeah, listen, I understand. I ain't feeling that either. I don't know that I would touch.
Well, let me ask you guys, it's because all of you guys have had your hands on a celebrity in their hair or on their nails. What's the hardest part of working with a celebrity client who is set on a specific hairstyle or look and y'all know it just ain't right?
Well,
you just gotta do it.
You know what the bottom line is? When we get with our celebrity clients or any clients we get there, we have to be professional always. So guess what? It really is not about us at the time. It's about listening to who the person's in the chair and try to come to a happy medium. And so once they know that you know what you're doing, then they'll be fine. So it's just, if she wants what she wants, and then you have to make sure you give her that, but you have to just make sure it's the best job that you can do and make sure it's laid out.
And then there's also a way when, because a lot of times I do tend to be I do try to push, my clients to kind of step out the box because I really love to, give them new trends and new looks. So there is a way. You got to be very convincing though when you're talking to them, and then you also have to. A lot of times I'll show them images and really convince them to change because I do like to do that. But I'm very respectful, and I don't push, but I am going to try it.
Well, Leah, what do you have coming up next, Leah? What are we going to see an epic movie by Leah on Netflix or something? Like, what do we got coming up from you?
That's a good question. I have several projects in the hopper, right?
Okay.
Several projects in the hopper. Right. Cancer's like security.
And money.
Okay.
And money. We like security and money, right? It's like, So yeah, I'm working on a few projects, and one of them is for Kim. I've been working on it for 10, 12, 15 years for her. So, she looked at
a biopic?
No, but maybe I should do a biopic about Kim.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be dope.
Or maybe I could write a road picture movie for all of the LA hair.
Leah, you keep pushing this idea of having all y'all in a Winnebago.
Y'all not gonna make it. Of us in a Winnebago is the most hilarious thing ever.
It's not going, Lord.
You're going to have folks slashing tires and all kind of things.
Baby, I heard the treatment already.
What was that, Dante?
Oh, my goodness.
I said I heard the treatment of it already.
Right? You know the treatment. Dante knows.
Angela, would you go on that bus ride with them?
No. We would pick each other up along the way, and Angela would have to be a good portion of the movie would be spent trying to convince Angela to come with us.
Go past my house? Oh my God.
No. We'll go on the trip, and then we'll come back to your house again.
Just honk and wait.
If it's anything like that camping trip y'all planned, no thank you.
Oh God.
Well, I have two more questions for you. Not before we wrap up. Naja, they want to know, are you still crushing on Dante even though he's in a relationship?
Yes. It will never die. Now that he's more thick with the beard, yes. Plus,
I should know my boo.
Yeah, plus I like his boo, so I'm good with, three's a crowd type of thing. I could come visit. But no, Dante, I always have a spot for Dante.
I love you, Naja.
And let me ask you this. Did anybody become friends once the show wrapped? Did anybody become friends after the show off camera that you didn't think you would be cool with or connecting with?
Yeah, I became friends with Anthony, and that's surprising to me because he's actually smart. When you talk to him and he's not acting so stupid and trying to stir trouble, he's actually pretty, he has some wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And
anybody else become friends?
He admits that he's crazy.
I love you, Naja.
Anybody else connect over, after the show ended or anything?
I talk to Terry a lot.
Yeah, me and Shannon talk a lot.
That's so funny to me.
Listen, it's hilarious to both of us. But we
it's the Scorpios.
We talk.
It's the
Scorpios. We know.
It's funny. I've spoken to China and Terry too, and Naja. Yeah. I see Angela every now and again at the studio, and just casually say hi. But I think at that time we weren't really in a good place. I think now is a different story. I think everyone was just trying to protect their heart. So,
Dante don't love us. Dante don't love us.
Dante never shows up.
Yeah, Anthony does always promote that. He said, Dante don't love you. You know that, right? I said, shut up, boy. Dante loves me.
Dante don't love who? Everybody.
Anthony says anyway.
Well, Kim, do you have any closing words for this? You talk to Gaucher? Wait, you talk to Gaucher?
When she's not on tour. Something shit. She ain't doing something. She's doing one of her 15 jobs. I ain't mad at her.
Gaucher, when we do this Winnebago trip, Gaucher, we're gonna make sure we stop by your breakfast bar, okay?
That's right.
Damn Winnebago.
Come on, Gaucher.
It's gonna be a luxury tour bus.
It'll be a tour bus. Come on, Gaucher.
The Corona, remember? The Corona.
Damn sure ain't getting over there.
I'm not getting on the bus because I seen what she look like in the morning. I'm not doing it.
That's all right. Bitch, I see what you look like all the time.
Well, Kim, do you have any final words
you'd
like to say?
Oh, Lord.
This is everybody. You see how we get along. But no, honestly, what I do want to say is that I really enjoyed working with the cast of LA Hair. I think they're extremely talented hairstylists. They were a lot, funny, a lot of fun, drama. There was some times where it was rough, but I do want to say I appreciate everybody, especially getting on doing this live chat. It was great to see everybody because I don't really get to see even Leah. I haven't seen Leah that much. She's my sister. But just stay safe out there, everybody. Keep doing your thing. I'm very proud of everybody and how they've kind of moved on and did greater, bigger things. That is just great. So let's just keep the love going, right?
I hear that.
Everybody, it was good to see everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This was the LA Hair Reunion. You might see these folks again.
Oh,
get Angela's book here.
Nice,
download Nasha's book. Support Kim Kimble's products.
KimKimble.com.
Yeah, everybody, if you got something to plug, do it now. We got Angela.
Plug your stuff, guys.
I have a social media ebook.
I'm plugging
JBreakfastBar.com.
Keep
All
going
right, guys,
to the
thanks for
movies.
tuning
Keep
in.
going to the movies.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. And we might have to have this conversation again because I feel like everything ain't resolved.
No, but I need to ask the questions next time, not your ass.
Because you still
whoever gave you these questions, we need to redo this shit over again, okay?
Tell us how you really
And that's
like your question.
from the
The
boss.
first live was better.
And that's coming from the boss bitch. She thinks she a boss bitch, so good.
The questions.
I mean, you can't help what the fans want to know.
Stop. The question.
Our web series, Great Lengths.
Right, exactly.
Tuning into that.
Is that
Good
going
seeing,
now,
good seeing
China?
everybody.
Great
Good
link?
seeing everybody.
Yes, it was good to see everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all.
We
Are
love
we getting off
everybody.
now? Are we finished?